Question: what is market value? The price a willing buyer and seller would agree upon in an open market. Question: what is the principle of substitution? A buyer will not pay more than a comparable substitute. Question: what is the cost approach best used for? Unique or special purpose properties like schools or churches. Question: what is depreciation in appraisal? Loss of value due to physical wear, functional obsolescence, or external factors. Question: what is functional obsolescence? Loss of value due to poor design or outdated features. Question: what is external obsolescence? Loss of value due to outside influences, e.g., nearby factory. Question: what is capitalization rate? Rate used to convert income into value. Question: what is the income approach? Appraisal method based on the property's ability to generate income. Question: what is gross rent multiplier, GRM? Sale price divided by monthly rent. Question: what is reconciliation in appraisal? Combining results from different approaches to determine final value. Question: what is the market data approach? Appraisal method using comparables, comps. Question: what are comparables? Recently sold similar properties. Question: what is a CMA, comparative market analysis? Informal estimate of value used by agents. Question: what is economic life? Time period over which a property produces income. Question: what is the highest and best use? Legal use that gives highest return. Question: what is plottage? Increased value from combining adjacent parcels. Question: what is regression? Value of a superior property decreases due to nearby lesser properties. Question: what is progression? Lesser properties' value increases due to nearby better properties. Question: what is assemblage? Combining lots to increase value. Question: what is a real estate appraiser required to follow? ESPAP, Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. Section 7, Real Estate Taxation, 121 to 140. Question: what is ad valorem tax? A tax based on the value of property. Question: what proposition limits property tax increases in California? Proposition 13. Question: what is the documentary transfer tax? Tax on transferring real estate. Question: what is the property tax due date in California? First installment, November 1st, late December 10th, second, February 1st, late April 10th. Question: what is a special assessment? Tax levied for specific local improvements, e.g., sidewalks. Question: what is a tax lien? A claim by the government for unpaid property taxes. Question: what is the basis in taxation? Original purchase price plus improvements. Question: what is capital gain? Profit from sale of property. Question: what is 1031 exchange? Tax-deferred exchange of investment properties. Question: what is boot in a 1031 exchange? Cash or non-like-kind property received and taxed. Question: who assesses property taxes? County assessor. Question: what is a reassessment event? A property sale or significant improvement. Question: what is unsecured property tax? Tax on personal property, e.g., office equipment. Question: what is homestead exemption? Protects some equity from creditors. Question: what is the tax benefit of owning a home? Deductible mortgage interest and property taxes. Question: what is an improvement bond? Bond issued to finance improvements, repaid through taxes. Question: what is Mello-Roos? Special tax district for infrastructure. Question: what is tax shelter? Investment feature that reduces tax liability. Question: what is FIRPTA? Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act. Question: who collects property taxes? County tax collector. Section 8, Leases and Landlord-Tenant, 141 to 160. Question: what is a leasehold estate? A tenant's right to occupy real estate. Question, what is a periodic tenancy? Lease that renews automatically, e.g., month to month. Question, what is a tenancy at sufferance? Tenant remains after lease expires without consent. Question, what is a gross lease? Landlord pays expenses, tenant pays fixed rent. Question, what is a net lease? Tenant pays rent plus expenses. Question, what is a percentage lease? Rent based on percentage of tenant's sales. Question, what is constructive eviction? Tenant leaves due to landlord's failure to maintain premises. Question, what is unlawful detainer? Legal action to evict a tenant. Question, what is subletting? Transferring part of a lease to another. Question, what is an assignment? Transfer of the entire lease to another party. Question, what is quiet enjoyment? Tenant's right to possession without interference. Question, what is habitability? Landlord's obligation to maintain livable conditions. Question, what is a lease option? Right to lease with an option to purchase. Question, what is a holdover tenant? A tenant who stays beyond lease term. Question, what is a lease purchase agreement? Lease with obligation to buy. Question, how much notice is required to terminate month-to-month lease in CA? 30 days, or 60 if tenant has been there over a year. Question, what is the maximum late fee allowed on rent in CA? Must be reasonable, generally 5% or less. Question, can landlords deny tenants with service animals? No, service animals are not pets. Question, what is the Ellis Act? Allows landlords to exit the rental business. Question, what is rent control? Laws limiting how much rent can be increased. Section 9, Subdivisions and Environmental, 161 to 180. Question, what is a subdivision? Land divided into 5 or more lots. Question, what is a public report? Disclosure document for subdivision sales. Question, who issues public reports? California Department of Real Estate. Question, what is a blanket encumbrance? Loan covering more than one parcel. Question, what is a lot and block system? Legal description using subdivision maps. Question, what is a meets and bounds description? Uses distances and angles to describe land. Question, what is an environmental impact report, EIR? Identifies effects of development on environment. Question, what is CERCLA? Federal law governing cleanup of hazardous waste. Question, what is radon? A naturally occurring gas that can be hazardous. Question, what is lead-based paint disclosure required for? Pre-1978 residential properties. Question, what is a brownfield? Contaminated property with redevelopment potential. Question, what is an ALTA survey? Detailed land survey used in commercial transactions. Question, what is a variance? Exception to zoning regulations. Question, what is a building code? Standards for construction and safety. Question, what is the subdivided lands law? Regulates land divisions for sale in CA. Question, what is the Subdivision Map Act? Local regulation of land division. Question, what is mitigation? Reducing adverse environmental effects. Question, what is FEMA? Agency overseeing flood zones and insurance. Question, what is a SECA? California Environmental Quality Act. Question, what is an easement in gross? Personal right to use land, not tied to another parcel. Section 10, Licensing and Ethics, 181 to 200. Question, what is required to get a CA real estate license? Age 18 plus, legal resident, education, pass exam. Question, how long is a license valid? 4 years. Question, who regulates real estate licenses in CA? DRE, Department of Real Estate. Question, what education is needed for a salesperson license? 3 college-level real estate courses. Question, what education is needed for a broker license? 8 college-level courses plus experience. Question: what is the real estate law? State law governing licensees. Question: what is the Business and Professions Code? Contains real estate licensing laws. Question: what is misrepresentation? Giving false or misleading information. Question: what is fraud? Intentional deception for gain. Question: what is a restricted license? License with conditions due to discipline. Question: what is an advance fee? Payment before services are performed. Question: what is disciplinary action? Penalty for breaking real estate laws. Question: what is the recovery account? Pays claims when licensees commit fraud and can't pay. Question: what is the maximum paid from the recovery account per licensee? $250,000. Question: can a broker share commission with an unlicensed person? No. Question: can a salesperson work for 2 brokers? No, only one at a time. Question: what is ethical practice in real estate? Acting with integrity, honesty, and fairness. Question: what is the code of ethics? NAR's standard of conduct for realtors. Question: is a license needed to sell your own home? No. Question: what is coming soon advertising? Should not mislead or restrict access to buyers.